Ustedes dos, a la locomotora. Ustedes, al vagón que sigue. ¡Vamos! No, 4 de ustedes se me quedan aquí mismo, ¿eh? No se me mueven de este vagón. ¡Vamos! ¡Un momento! ¡Nosotros no somos bandidos! ¡Somos libertadores! Dígaselo pues a los americanos, ¿eh? ¡Vámonos, muchachos! ¡Conmigo! He says shut up! So shut up! Unless you want to get killed! These Chucho Morales! We are not bandidos! We are liberators! So shut up! Chucho Morales! We are not bandits! We are liberators! Give me whatever you want. Just use money. Take it. Oh, you talk big, huh? You somebody, huh? Big man, huh?
My name is Parks, and I'm district manager for this railroad. Now, listen to me.
No. What you got in there, huh? What are you hiding, huh?
It's my daughter. You leave her alone. I've already said we'd give you all the money you want.
Hey, Linda, your papa here. He kiss you goodnight, huh? No? Oh, maybe you want I kiss you goodnight, Linda.
You filthy animals!
Very bad mistake, big man on the railroad. Very bad. Hey, Briggs. Get someone who can think in Spanish and write in English.
Chucho, I got this kid. He can write. But more, he says he's a lawyer.
A lawyer? Está bueno.
A student.
Well, same thing. Hey, you hungry?
No, gracias.
Too bad. Made very special for one big man of the railroad. But he ain't hungry, too. Now, we write letter. Come. Now, sit down now. Sit down. Paper. Pen. Now, write letter to the biggest man of the railroad, El Presidente. Write down his name.
I don't know his name.
You don't know his name. Then put down El Presidente and any names you know of important men in Estados Unidos.
Here's where they threw his body off the train.
Put that note pinned to it.
His daughter Beth is like my own. She was with him. Now I'm torn between hoping she's not dead and hoping she is.
Hope is strong stuff, Mr. Davenport. Let's keep it on the positive side.
Tell me how, Major. When you just told us officially that we can't possibly deliver what those outlaws demand. Yet if we don't, they'll kill every man, woman, and child on that train. Now, on what basis, please, do we hold the positive thought?
This message was addressed to you and 2 other men, Hank Brackett and Johnny Reech. Have you been in touch with them?
They're not with this railroad. I don't know who they are or what they have to do with this.
Neither does Morales. But whoever wrote this letter for him, he knows who they are.
And so do you, apparently.
As a matter of fact, I do. Used to soldier with Brackett, and I've heard a lot about his partner. Their names aren't here by accident. Between the lines, whoever wrote this was calling out to them for help.
To them? Why?
Because he's in deep trouble, and that's their specialty.
What are they, hired guns?
Well, they don't work for free. At first they did. Cleaned up a couple of tough border towns just in self-defense. Then other towns or folks in trouble took to coming to them for help. So many, they had to get a bit mercenary about putting their lives on the line.
I see. Well, what's their customary fee?
A blank check, Mr. Davenport. You see, they feel like this. If you can put a price on it, you don't need them bad enough.
Are you trying to tell us, Major, that the United States Army can't do the job here, but that 2 men possibly can?
I've already told you, Mr. Davenport, we can't move troops across the border. I know that. I don't know what they can do if they take the job. But whatever it is, it can't be much worse than what Morales has in mind. Now, can it?
Where can they be contacted?
Casa Grande Hotel, Casa Grande, New Mexico.
Miss Baker, get a telegram off to Mr. Hank Brackett, Mr. Johnny Reech, that address. Gentlemen, come at once. Situation desperate.
Them tarnation gas buggies are an abomination to the Lord. Yea, verily, the love a man beareth for his horse ain't never gonna be replaced by no bucket of bolts. Noisy, smelly, newfangled contraptions. You expect to leave that stack of smoke and scrap iron here to offend the noses of honest horses?
Oh, yes, sir, and we expect you to guard it tenderly, with loving care.
Me? Them things is against nature, and the opposite of all I stand for. Yea, verily. Thus they provoked him to anger with their inventions, and the plague broke in upon them. Psalms 106, verse 29.
And the chariots shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against the other in the broad ways. They shall seem like torches, and they shall run like the lightnings. Nahum 2, verse 4.
Hey, you know your scriptures.
If thou canst not lick 'em, join 'em. Johnny Reech, 1914.
And for your Christian kindness in taking her off the streets and keeping her safe from prying eyes and busy fingers, a love offering, brother. $20. Hard cash.
Seeing you put it that way, I'll look after her like she's pure-blooded horseflesh. Expect you come to see the hanging, huh?
Hanging?
What hanging?
You didn't know? You must not have come in by the way of Main Street. Why, the whole town's over there fixing to hang a man right now.
I was wondering how we got in the town unnoticed.
Hey, maybe that's why Davenport sent for us. Said it was urgent.
Cyrus Davenport? Well, he's president of the railroad. Richest man in New Mexico.
Well, I don't suppose they're going to hang him.
No. Paco Morales, the bandit. You must have heard about it. Why, him and his brother and his whole bunch come blasting across the border. They pulled a raid in this very town. Killed men, women, kids. It was awful. This Paco feller's the only one we got alive.
Mr. Brackett? Mr. Reech?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Miss Baker, Mr. Davenport's secretary. We assumed you had arrived, but... Oh, so that's the Stutz Bearcat. Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Gorgeous.
My, I bet it really travels, too.
Yeah, I bet it really does.
Well, if you're ready now, we'll go straight to your hotel room.
Fine.
I mean, it's all right with the management. Arrange, that is, your accommodations at the plaza?
Hey, you're in luck. You can look right out your window there and watch that feller being hanged. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. Psalms 58, verse 10.
Yeah, well, maybe we're not going to be all that righteous.
I don't care. Hey, Sheriff, let him in. I don't care. Tonight, tomorrow, Friday. Paco Morales ain't scared to die. Are we cowards? Are we men? Come on!
How you been listening? You got it. Go on. Get out of here. Go home. What you're doing here don't even make sense. This man's been sentenced by a court of law. And you go on and get it. You want to see justice done, you can come back Friday.
Well, it's too late for that stand. Come on! Get it over
What do you think, Hank?
If they ever get organized, I wouldn't like to be the one to try and stop them. Is that the job, Miss Baker?
Well, no, not exactly. Well, I mean, the prisoner is a related problem. But I'd rather you heard the details from Mr. Davenport. He'll be here directly.
Well, he better be, because this problem's liable to become unrelated awful sudden.
What about this sheriff? Just how many men has he got?
Oh, all he could find.
Yeah?
5 regular deputies, 7 special.
And just how many of them care whether Paco Morales is hanged tonight or sometime Friday?
They wouldn't let it happen, Mr. Brackett, no matter how they felt about him. Sheriff Lynch is a very good man.
Kind of an unfortunate name, though, isn't it?
Hey, there's a good sign. A couple of fistfights getting started. A chance to work out some of that poison before it comes to a head.
You know, my partner's an old hand at these necktie parties. No, really. The first one I attended, he was guest of honor. That's where I found him. I just plucked him off a cottonwood tree. And he wasn't very ripe either.
Been swinging there yet if old Hank hadn't happened by. And spoke up from the other end of a double-stacked blowgun.
Well, what were you doing?
Oh, well, little kicking, little cussing.
A lot of cussing.
No, I mean before the actual...
Well, ma'am, just drifting. Sat down to a campfire for a cup of coffee with some boys driving their beeves up to market. Only come to find out those beeves didn't belong to them.
Oh, and you were implicated by association.
The association turned up shooting. Time the smoke cleared, none of my coffee-drinking friends were fit to be hanged. Now, being alive, well, that made me the logical choice.
Oh, well, you certainly have reason to be grateful to Mr. Brackett.
He certainly does. But he's paid off.
Thanks for coming, gentlemen. I'm Davenport.
How are you, sir?
Captain Brackett.
Well, just plain Hank back now. How are you?
Colonel Delgado.
Yes.
And, of course, you know the...
Hey, Billy! How are you, buddy?
Long time between wars.
Well, it certainly is. The old sawbones let you loose, leg and all, huh?
Oh, I got a new one. Oh, sorry about that. Don't leave it laying around. He was always losing something on Luzon, except in battles.
Right.
I'm sorry, sir. This is my partner, Johnny Reech.
Johnny.
Colonel.
Bill Graham, our chief of engineer.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Carlos Merida, our chief of maintenance. I think you all know Miss Baker. This circus out here.
I wanted you to see it, to be on top of it if necessary. That's why we're meeting here. Tell me, how do you estimate Morales' chances? I mean, do you think he'll keep till Friday?
If he can get through the next few hours. You know how these things get stirred up at night and go sour in the sun.
Got a National Guard unit coming in to back up the sheriff if he needs it. Should be here soon enough.
We want to apologize again, Colonel, for the inconvenience of your visit.
For nada. It was my wish to come. But as you see, senores, this is no longer a safe place for Mexicans.
Because of Paco Morales?
See, this means that you came up here unofficially.
Not unofficially, but secretly, like a thief in the night.
I hope you do understand, sir, that we're not all like that mob out there.
Just as you understand that we are not all like that one across the way. Still, we had to take certain precautions. But Senor Merida and I were not observed. Otherwise, we would have been here sooner.
Incidentally, you made fantastic time.
Incidentally, you made a fantastic offer just for getting here.
Couldn't spell out all the details of the telegraph. But that much is yours in any case. As far as the job is concerned, the Major tells me your customary fee is a blank check. Well, that one is signed and countersigned. It's my understanding you'll fill it in if you take the job.
Yeah, well, let's just let this one settle a little while, because we're talking about a Friday deadline for doing what has to be done before Paco hangs. Is that right?
Let's sit down, gentlemen.
Suppose you begin, Colonel.
But, as you know, this Paco Morales is one of two brothers who command the force of, well, what began as revolutionaries, but go on as renegades, forgetting, after years of bloodshed, what the beginning was.
They used to ride with Pancho Villa, and they split off on their own, and the elder one, Chucho, he's the boss, Chucho Morales, the Librador.
What happened is this. Since Paco was very properly content to die for his crimes on this side of the border, his brother Chucho seized and holding a passenger train in the state of Chihuahua. On board, as hostages, are some 73 civilians, Mexican and Americans.
So what's he planning to do, kill him all if we hang his brother?
I see you've heard of his reputation. It's not based on bluff.
I tell you, so that you know. In a place in Estados Unidos, they plan to hang my brother. My brother, my Paco, my mano. So I say no. I say no. You kill my brother. I kill many people. All of you people on this train. Yeah, all of you. It is sad. Very sad. But it is my only way to keep my brother not to be hung.
And they have agreed to this? The Americanos, to let him go?
Yes, they will have to.
This man has often bargained for the lives of his prisoners. Won his every demand, and still delivered them dead. To deal with him on any terms is to invite death. In this case, for 73 innocent people.
And the key word, gentlemen, isn't 73. It's people. Like my friend Joe Parkinson, who's already dead. Like his daughter Beth, who's still on that train. Joe's body was delivered with this note, which may have been written by a friend of yours.
Friend of ours, it's signed Chucho Morales. By Ricardo Sandoval.
Ricardo?
Then you do know him.
Sure, through his father. The old man worked with us down in Mexico on a lot of jobs. Last time we heard of Ricardo, he was going to law school, wasn't he?
Officially, Hank, it's too hot to handle. He'll shoot them on the spot if any attempt is made to stop the train or even get close to it.
Which means that if our soldiers make the attempt, could be responsible for the deaths of your people as well as our own.
And if our boys cross the border, as they shouldn't, your people are butchered.
Either way, you see what would happen between our countries.
You said any attempt to stop the train. That means they're running it. Where?
Forward and back. Between here and here. About 40 miles of wide open country at about 60 miles per hour.
Well, now, wait a minute. They gotta stop for fuel and water. Give me a look at this. So where's the water?
This is the water tower. And this is the coal supply. Both guarded by Morales' men.
Oh, it's no great matter to seize them, to cut the train off from the supplies of fuel and water, even to block the track and stop it altogether. But if we do, those passengers are dead.
Keeping on the move within that flat 40-mile stretch, Morales can command 360 degrees of unobstructed view for miles. And anything that moves out there could trigger the killings.
Wait a minute now. The train moves no further north than here, and no further south than here?
No, not yet. However, we're supposed to deliver Paco, alone and alive, at 9 o'clock Friday morning, precisely there, which is 20 miles closer to the border than that stretch of track they're on now.
Uh-huh. And in the meantime, all you want Johnny and me to do is pull 73 passengers off a moving train in wide open country without being seen, and if we are seen, they're all killed. Is that the job?
I told you, it can't be done.
I didn't say that.
It might take a minute or two.
Señorita. Señorita. I think if they had meant to kill us, they would have done so.
And you're grateful for that one small favor? Where are your police? Have you no laws in this godforsaken country?
See, señorita, we have laws. And meant to break them. As in all countries which are called civilized. I myself have studied law at Guadalajara. And perhaps I will live to practice it, perhaps not. But all of these men will answer to it. And I have reason to believe that a plan to rescue us is even now in operation.
What plan? What reason to believe?
Please, how long do you expect to keep us here? Aboard this train, running back and forth, going nowhere?
What is it? What is it you don't like, huh? Something wrong? You want to go someplace? Maybe I sent you someplace, huh?
Leave him alone.
Oh, Linda. Little Linda. It is you who speak. I obey. You see, with you I am like a little baby. I am helpless. What is your command?
If you want to rob and kill us all, then why are you prolonging it?
Patience. You must have patience and hope. Hope. I do not think you understand. You must come with me. We will talk in private. I will explain everything to you. There will be no secret between us. Come. I do not want to insist, but
I will shoot into this man's ear if you don't.
¡Chucho Morales!
No, déjalo nomás. Amigos, here we have a great sight. By the first steps of a baby, this fine muchacho, this schoolboy, I didn't know he had any legs to stand up on. I just didn't know. Bueno, pues, ¿qué quieres?
You were once a man of the people. Your name was spoken with admiration, like that of Zapata. You stood side by side with him. How do you wish to be remembered? As you were then, or for what you do now?
And how do you wish to be remembered, with a bullet hole between your eyes?
I'm just asking you to be the man you could be and have been.
Please. I'll go with you.
No, little Linda, no. You must want to go with me. You must beg me.
Then I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
Hey, schoolboy. She begged me to go with her. Do you want me to go with her, or you want to die?
I don't want to die.
Then say, please let me live.
Please, let me live.
And go with her.
And go with her.
You see, amigos, you see. The schoolboy learned a lesson. Yes. A man is a man, or he ain't.
Well, now. Where's this dotted line? Here. Is that a spur track?
At one time, senor. Went to a mining camp, since abandoned.
Well, that is about... That's 15 miles from where they're running the train, and about 5 miles from where they were going to pick up Paco.
That spur line is gone. All that track has been taken up.
How about the trestle? Where's that? Here. This trestle bridge over the gorge. Is that still standing?
Yeah, last reports.
When?
9, 10 months ago. Why? Is it important?
Is it important? That is probably the ballgame. I'll take this, Mr. Davenport, if you don't mind, and fill it in later. Fair?
Why, certainly. What is your plan?
Well, we don't like to talk about things like that because you probably think we're crazy and you might be right.
Senorita, get on the telegraph. Get in touch with the best section gang you got. You get them down there and they can be working while we're getting ready.
Putting that old spur back in?
Right. A good gang ought to do that mile before lunch. Easy. But I want the main line torn up. Track and ties for at least a mile north of the spur. I don't want Morales rubbernecking out of that train and seeing he's been sidetracked.
Sidetracked? Well, what about the engineer? Whoever's pushing that loco's bound to know the pike. He's surely going to be...
Yeah, well, you see, by that time, Johnny will be running the train.
Johnny?
Well, don't worry about a thing, Mr. Davenport. First job I ever did was railroad with the Santa Fe. I'll keep your kettle boiling.
Well, even so, how are you going to get aboard without being seen at 50 or 60 miles an hour?
Don't know just yet. We sort of touch those things up as we go along.
This is absolute insanity.
You know, I said you'd maybe say that. Listen, can I have a plan of that trestle?
And I want a map of the train around the gorge and some photographs if possible.
I'll need specifications on the locomotives and blueprints. Give them anything they need to do the job. And let's pray to God they know what they're doing.
Just your boys, Bill.
That's a welcome sight.
Hank, what do you think? This plan of yours, will it work?
What, that stuff in there? Oh, Billy. Pretty hard to do sleight of hand with your fingers crossed, I'll tell you.
Hey, schoolboy. If you're looking for federales, you better hope you don't see one. One federale out there, and a lot of dead people in here. Maybe you're dead already. You don't move. You don't speak. Maybe you're thinking about your lady friend, the gringo woman, huh? Oh, forget it. Future will take care of her. Leave everything to him. Hmm?
Oh, little Linda. Why you look so sad, eh? Hey, little Linda, you ain't married, eh? That's why you sad. You want to marry? Huh? Like the captain of the ship, he do marriage. I am the captain of the train. Presto, we are married. Happy? No happy, eh? So we don't get married. We get drunk, huh? Ah, now you drink.
Let me go back now.
To what? To the schoolboy?
No, just back to the others.
No. I don't like them. I don't like to look at them. I like to look at you. I look at them. Maybe they don't live so long. Now, if you stay here with me, maybe they stay alive, huh? Now you drink. Drink. Está bueno. You see, in the bottle there is hope. Nowhere else. No one to help you. Poor little Linda. No one to help her.
I'll have the carriage brought round and back.
Bueno.
Well, thanks again, Colonel, for coming and for all your help.
We are neighbors, senor. We do not close our doors to one another because there's a mad dog in the streets. Adios, amigo. My men will be there when you need them.
Not before.
I understand, señorita. God be with you both. Vámonos.
Adios.
I'll have those things you wanted brought over as soon as we can dig them out.
Fine.
You have the list, Miss Baker?
No. I mean, yes. I mean, well, if there's anything else you want that I don't have.
Not that I can think of. You will be bringing those papers back personally, ma'am.
Oh, no, I better not. I mean, I couldn't possibly come back tonight. I mean, I have so much to do that I probably won't get to bed at all. I mean, I won't get...
Miss Baker?
Yes, Mr. Davenport, I'm coming. Excuse me.
See you in the morning, gentlemen.
Oh, yes. Yes, Miss Baker. Yes, indeed. And I mean.
Listen, Bill.
You see that? I think we should move Paco to an inside cell, don't you? Setting him up in a window like that is kind of like flashing our ace in the hole.
Yeah, I see what you mean. What you keep looking for, I wonder?
Same thing we are, I guess. A miracle.
Whatever you need in the way of special equipment. Oh, listen, I got a whole list of stuff I want from your arsenal. Right now, let's get ourselves outside some meat and potatoes.
Now, I've told you politely. There's no room for you here.
All the rooms are occupied?
I didn't say that.
We have money, senor.
Sorry, we don't take Mexican money.
But this is American money.
It's Mexican money.
Senor, my brother and I do not require a place for ourselves, but for our sister.
Por favor, Alfredo, vamos a buscar otro hotel.
Well, not in this town. Ain't no hotel on the chili bean side.
Relax, kid. Perdone, señorita. ¿Me permite ayudarle?
Gracias, senor. But we do not wish to impose ourselves. We will go.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Why don't you look again, and if you can't find a vacancy, we'll make one. The lady can have our room.
Mr. Brackett, we never had nothing against Mexicans. Not until the Morales brothers hit this town. Now, you weren't here. You don't know what it was. But we can't forget it, and our kids can't forget it.
We don't want any part of them. Not now, not never.
Yeah, what do they want here anyway, huh?
Yeah.
What do any of you want? We've come to see a man die.
Well, you got some special private reason?
Si, senor, both special and private.
Well, in that case, maybe your sister can find herself a bed over at the Hotel del Sol.
Mister, this is a free country, and a man ought to be able to say what he thinks. That's the way it ought to be. But if another man don't like what he says, then he ought to be able to shut his fat mouth. Now, you were saying?
It's all in fun, mister. But say, what makes it so much business of yours? You don't even belong here. Now, who are you? We don't know you. What are you, friends of theirs?
Mr. Fallon. He's a friend of Mr. Davenport.
Oh. Well, that still don't give him no butt-in rights.
Well, that's right. Mr. Davenport may own the railroad, and the railroad may own the town, but he don't have no rights to make rules for this hotel.
Who does?
I do.
You the owner, sir?
I am.
Mind if we have a little talk in private?
Yes, I'd prefer it.
Don't you run away now.
If you wish it, senor.
Promise. Johnny, keep an eye on the kettle.
Just a short recess, folks. Keep your places.
Con mucho gusto, señorita. I'm a friend of Mr. Davenport's friend.
Senor?
Now, Mr.
Ramsey.
Ramsey, what about this vacancy?
Well, I'm sorry, but there just isn't going to be one. Even if you do move. And really, Mr. Brackett, I wish you wouldn't. I mean, I know you and Mr. Davenport are involved in some very important deal. Mr. Davenport's a very important man, and I hate to be put in the middle, but...
Yeah, well, you see, that's the trouble. I'm in the middle, too. I gave him a word to a lady, and I'm out on a limb, and I don't want to break it off.
Why does it mean so much to you?
Well, what if I told you it was love at first sight? No, don't believe that? Well, what if I said I was just stubborn? Now, let's register the lady, and that takes care of that.
Yeah, for you, maybe. What about me? I have to live in this town. I have to do business with the other people who live here. You've seen their attitude.
You go along with them?
No. It wouldn't be rational. But I'm not dealing with a rational populace these days. I can't fly in the face of public opinion.
Why can't you?
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth, I wish I could. I wish I'd never left Philadelphia. But here I am, and here I'm stuck.
Mr. Ramsey, I see you got a problem. But everything's got its price, so what's it worth?
I couldn't sell you a room now for that lady at any price.
I'm not talking about a room, I'm talking about the hotel.
You can't be serious.
Would you sell for what you got in it, plus 10%?
Oh, at this point, ecstatically.
That check any good?
Davenport's signature, that's better than cash.
Well, you fill in the amount. If it's fair, I'll endorse it. That's fair. Mr. Ramsey, you on your way to Philadelphia?
I think I understand. It's your meeting with Davenport, that conference upstairs. You must have been planning it.
Well, you know, one thing leads to another. Actually, we were planning something bigger, but that's confidential. By the way, so is this. I don't want the change of ownership to become public just yet because I have to explain things to my partner.
Certainly, I couldn't transfer the papers anyhow before...
Oh, well, that doesn't matter because Mr. Reech and myself are leaving town for a couple of days to look into a big Mexican railroad tie-up. Well, we've got some guests to register.
That's my pleasure. All right, I'll handle this, Mr. Muncie. You can just take these bags on up to Suite 214. You heard me. Now then, if you just sign the register.
Hey, what goes on here, Mr. Ramsey?
Why, Mr. Fallon, it's very simple. We've had a cancellation.
So that's how it is, huh? All right, Ramsey, you go ahead. But you're finished in this town, you know that.
Yes, isn't it wonderful? The bags, Mr. Muncie, or do you have another offer of employment?
No, sir. I just work here, folks.
You see, there's always a way.
What'd I tell you?
How'd you do it, Hank? Huh? How'd you do it? Johnny and me bought the hotel.
You see, there's... You bought the hotel.
Davenport's check.
I see.
I think you'll probably buy it back if we get those passengers off his train, though. Huh?
And if we don't?
Well, we couldn't have spent the check anyhow, could we?
That's true.
Thank you. Very well, Miss. The top of the stairs at the end of the hall. Mr. Muncie will show you your rooms.
May I ask, senor, to whom we are indebted?
Well, no one really. I'm Hank Brackett, this is Johnny Reech, and that there is Major Buckner.
Bien. I am Alfredo Sierra Perez. Su muy humilde servidor. At your most kind command. My sister Juanita, my brother Marcos.
We admire you for what you did, Don Hank, and your manner of doing it. Should you ever come to our country, we hope to reward you as you deserve. But for now, gracias, mil gracias. And very good night to you, senores.
All right, folks, town meeting's over.
Well, all we have to do is have that steak.
After you, Don Hank.
You know, I've been standing here feeling stupid, stepped upon and ashamed of myself.
Ain't nothing of it. Everybody makes a mistake.
Yeah. Only mine was in not calling you bluff the first time. The next time you start talking tall to me, be ready to back it up.
You think I wasn't?
I think I gotta find out. Oh.
I'm beginning to wonder how long it was going to take you.
Hey, he.
Mr. Brackett.
Yeah.
We have another small situation. It's related to our previous discussion.
Oh, no, it's fine. I told him.
Oh. Well, then it's none of my business. After all, it's your hotel. But what do you know about that lady?
Not nearly enough. Why?
Oh, yes, Senor Alfredo Sierra Perez, Senor Marcos Sierra Perez, Senora Juanita Perez de Morales, followed by parentheses.
Boy, partner, you can sure pick 'em.
Uh-huh. Mrs. Paco Morales.
I do not expect you to understand, senores, nor to approve. But I've come to claim the body of my husband and take him home for burial. Is that so wrong?
Not so wrong, maybe, but a mistake. And signing that hotel registry with your married name was a worse mistake. Senora, an hour ago, those people out there would have torn the jail apart to get at your husband. If they find out his wife is in this hotel...
But I can hardly keep my name a secret, can I? If I am to accomplish what I came here to do.
Well, it might not matter so much after Friday, but the way things are now...
I just don't understand. I'm sorry, Senora. I just don't understand how you could have married him in the first place.
That is a long story. Not a pretty one. And we have no time for it now. We have had a long journey, and we're very tired. We want to thank you again for your kindness and your concern. But now we must really say goodnight.
Oh, look, this is no good. Excuse me. Please, just do me a favor, okay?
Of course.
Don't let it be known around town that you're Mrs. Paco Morales. Promise?
I promise.
If she's married to Paco Morales, I'm Teddy Roosevelt.
If she isn't, why would she claim to be?
That is what I want to know.
Might be some kind of play to spring him.
Or to see if we're going to turn him loose to meet that train.
You mean if Paco's not on his way by tomorrow night and Chucho had some way of knowing it, he wouldn't have to wait till Friday to kill those hostages?
I'm not saying that's it, but I cannot see any connection between that lady and Paco or Chucho Morales. Sure as God made little green apples, it just ain't in the family. Billy? Huh? I want a surveillance put on that little lady and her brothers every minute until Friday night. You understand me? I don't want her using the telegraph to send messages. I don't want her leaving town, and I don't want her even talking to anybody who might leave town.
I'll get some in on it. Better eat without me.
Eat? I'm not even hungry now.
Oh, here's that stuff you asked for. Sure hope you can use it.
Thanks, buddy. Good night. Scare up a big pot of coffee, Johnny. Got a lot of work to do.
All quiet now.
Huh? Oh, good. What is this?
Hey, you figure we ordered enough dynamite?
We got enough dynamite to blow 2 bridges this size, but that ain't the trick, buddy. The trick is not to blow it all at once, right?
Good morning.
Morning.
We finally located these. The plans you wanted and specifications on engine 309.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Won't you come in?
Oh, no, I better not.
Oh, well, I'll put my shirt on.
Oh, it's all right. I've seen men without their... I mean, just for a minute.
Excuse me.
Good morning, Mr. Brackett.
Good morning, Miss Baker.
Oh, my, you haven't been to sleep at all.
Oh, Hank hasn't. I stretched out on the floor for a spell.
Why, those beds are perfectly good. I tried them myself. I mean,
Well, if I'd have known that, ma'am.
If you're thinking he was brought up in a barn or something, man, it was nothing that fancy. It's a wickie-up.
You mean an Indian dwelling?
He's not even quite civilized yet.
Well, you certainly don't look like a savage.
Oh, I'm tame. Family came out of Kansas. My stepmother raised me up. She was pure-blooded Chiricahua.
Oh, you lived with her?
Her people, yes, ma'am, after my pa passed away. Still can't sit a horse with a saddle in it or sleep in a bed. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't matter to me where you sleep. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Come on in. Everything's set. Good, buddy.
Oh, am I interrupting something?
Yeah, come on.
The test run is ready whenever you are, gentlemen. Engine standing by.
Now then, what's this all about, Mr. Brackett?
Over here, sir.
What is it?
Well, you did ask Johnny how he's going to board that other engine without being seen, now didn't you, sir?
Yes, well, where is he?
Johnny!
Morning, Miss Davenport.
What the devil?
Lots of things a man don't see on the desert, sir. Like maybe a trapdoor spider.
Well, what say? Shall we have a go at it?
All right, Ducks.
All right, stand by. Bring it up slow and steady. All set?
All set.
Just don't try it if he's coming too fast.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to do it?
I'm all right.
Sure.
I'm all right.
Maybe I better do it.
I'm all right.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? Amusing stunt.
A what?
But how does he propose to control the speed of that other engine?
Yeah, well, that's just another problem.
Yeah. Well, as of this moment, gentlemen, it's academic, because I don't intend to let this insanity go another step further.
I'm afraid we don't have any alternative.
Well, then we'll make one. I have some power, some influence. I'm in constant communication with the governor. I'll have Paco Morales taken out of that cell and delivered across the border if it takes the entire state militia to get him there alive.
You can't deal with Morales, don't you understand? Either way, those people are dead the minute they serve his purpose. Their only hope is that something can be done before the deadline.
You may be right. But if we give him what he wants and he kills them anyway, at least their blood will be on his hands and not on ours.
You going back with me, Major?
I'll be along later, sir.
Hey, partner. You, forgot to ask me if he wants to buy a hotel.
What?
That's good. Hey, I'm sorry. I really am.
Forget it.
Okay, let's put it all back the way it was.
Well, now Paco's wife can cancel her plans, too.
Plans?
Yeah, she's sure not one for staying put or keeping shut like you especially told her to.
What are you talking about? What's she been up to?
Had a busy morning. Down to the undertaker's bright and early to pick out a casket, then over to the church to light some candles, then out to the jailhouse for a powwow with Paco.
She's been talking to him?
Well, she was talking to the sheriff, who allows us how he rightly can't deny the condemned man a last...
Get in. Johnny, hop in the back.
What's up, man?
I don't know. There's something.
But, Sheriff, if I could only speak to him, I know I could convince him to confess his many sins and ask for absolution.
Well, I sure can't object to that, Mrs. Morales, only, well, you've given me an extra problem coming here like this. If folks in town find out, I ain't so sure I could guarantee your safety.
Why must anyone be informed? It only concerns those of us here.
Surely a man of your authority?
Por favor, Alfredo. I know the sheriff is a man who makes his own decisions.
Well, yeah, that's so. All right, ma'am. But you go in alone. Take nothing in with you. And your brothers stay out.
Of course. You will wait here for me.
Brett, give the lady 5 minutes. This way, ma'am.
Your wife's here to see you, Paco.
My wife? Ah, see, my wife, my beloved. Ah, querida, my darling, my own sweet wife.
Senor, por favor, can we be left alone?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry. And now are the little ones, huh? Oh, tell me pronto. You come from Tutu? You plan to get me out? When? How?
I've heard that he has a plan. I do not know what it is. But I have a plan of my own.
You? But why? I don't know you. Who are you?
First, listen to me. Listen to me well, and you will not be hanged. I planned this carefully. Now, you see this?
What is it?
A woman's weapon, easy to conceal. When the guard comes back...
Ah, see, when the guard comes back.
I think he's coming. Embrace me quickly.
Ah. Tell me, what is your name, huh?
See, I want you to know it. I'm Juanita Sierra Perez.
Sierra Perez?
Remember? The hacienda of Sierra Perez?
See, I remember.
It is good that you remember. Guard? Guard? I'm ready to go. He repents. He wishes to be alone to make his peace.
Well, ma'am, did he, well, I mean, is he ready for the priest?
Sí, he's ready. Mil gracias.
Hold it, ma'am! I said, ma'am, Now, you made me a promise, remember?
Hey, what's going on?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
By whose authority?
Mine, Sheriff.
We want to know exactly what this woman was doing here.
Well, she was seeing her husband.
Well, now I want to see him.
More visitors, Paco. Paco!
Come on, Paco, you heard him.
Well, this man's dead, but I can't see a mark on him.
What did you use, lady? A hat pin? Huh?
Marcos, Alfredo, and I had gone to visit the shrine at Guadalupe when the Morales brothers and their men came to our hacienda. They came for gold, for guns, for horses. All this they got, but it wasn't enough. This thing and his brother believed my father had more money hidden. To make him tell the hiding place, which did not exist. My mother, my sisters, every member of my family whom they could lay their hands upon were killed one by one before his eyes until...
Easy. Come on. That's enough.
But why now? Couldn't you have waited one more day to see him die?
I heard that boast of Chucho Morales that he would prevent it. He has kept such promises before. But this one, he will not keep.
Lady, you just don't know what you've done.
I know exactly what I've done. What I came here to do. And I'm prepared to answer for it.
Are you? If word of this gets out, you'll have killed 73 people. Are you prepared to answer for them?
I don't understand.
I'll tell you something, miss. You're gonna stay right here, and if I ever get back, I'll explain it to you.
Less than 5 minutes ago, I got permission from the governor to attempt the exchange. But perhaps you were right, Major. Perhaps we've been given a sign. Has anyone else been told?
No, sir. We've put a lid on it.
We'll be holding that lady and her brothers incommunicado. We'll carry on here like it never happened.
Well, I hope you can forgive an old man's hesitation. Yes, sir. We'll get a telegram off to Chihuahua and let that section gang know you'll be there after all.
We'll be there before they deliver a telegram.
What, 80 miles?
80 miles, that'll take us about, 60 minutes.
But, Hank, there's no road.
Sure there is.
Good luck and Godspeed.
Don't want to get a kiss goodbye?
Well, we hardly know each other. I mean,
Well, then we'll make it a hello kiss. I can do that without touching you.
No, you can't. I mean, that's not possible.
I bet you $5.
All right. Right. You touched me.
I warned you about them sneaky Indian tricks now, didn't I?
Just let me know as soon as Ricardo's father arrives, okay? Meantime, I got just a little climb.
Listen, are you satisfied with the plan, with your part of it?
See, I will not fail.
You never have, old Pablo.
This time I must not. My son is on that train. I am proud and grateful to be of help. I am prouder still of my Ricardo for having the wisdom to get a message out to you.
You can tell him that tomorrow, I guarantee it.
Mañana we must say goodbye. That make you unhappy, huh? No tears, eh? All dried up like a prune.
We didn't have to wait till morning.
Well, now, I set her up that way, Johnny. It's for you.
For me?
Know how you Apaches never attack at night?
with my brother. No more stopping and starting and backing up. You see, now we go north to pick up Paco.
And if he isn't there?
If he ain't there, he will be saying his prayers because he will be dead within the hour. And you people, you will be saying your prayers too. What train? Slow up, eh? Why? What is it? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué se paran? ¡Contéstame!
Vaya usted a ver si puede quitarlos de ahí.
think? I think that if you would have got this gun, you would have killed me. I think I cannot turn my back on you. But I do not kill you yet. You know why? Because you are so beautiful.
Morales, if just one of those passengers die, you or all your men are dead.
Well, do not kill him yet. Reech!
Up here, Morales. And don't even think about going for those guns.
Hey, Gringo! You think you got me into a trap, huh? You don't. I have the train and the passengers. And you're gonna let us go, or I will kill them all.
Can't stop that, but I can sure stop you, Morales. Now you come off that bridge together, or you all die together.
Gringo, I mean it. I tell you, I will kill them all.
Morales, you got just 3 minutes to unload that train. Then I'm gonna dynamite the whole bridge. You understand me? Now let the passengers come off towards me. Then you and your men come off with your hands up and empty. 3 minutes, then we blow the bridge.
You're lying, Gringo, you're lying. You could not kill the passengers.
First half of that bridge is gonna blow in 60 seconds. Now let those passengers come out towards me, amigo. Here it comes, Morales.
You're bluffing, Ringo!
No, Chucho. He means it.
All right. Let the passengers come out. Get them out.
Ricardo, go back! 20 seconds.
Keep the people where you can watch them. Get them on the base.
That leaves only one way off the bridge, amigo. Now let the passengers come off. Let's move.
He only blew up the end of the bridge.
You're hard to convince, Morales. Here it comes. I can't stop it. Nothing can. Morales, 120 seconds and the whole bridge goes up.
That's bad enough. Stay where you are. Anybody moves, I will kill him.
Now! Passengers to your left. Morales, men, right here in front of me. Move! And keep together.
You didn't blow the bridge!
I lied.
You called him Ricardo. He's a friend of yours?
Yes, ma'am. He's the one that got the message out, or we wouldn't be here.
She ain't here, Mr. Brackett.
No, where is she?
Well, sir, after we got the good word back from you, we turned her loose on her promise that she'd stay available for the trial.
Then she didn't leave town?
Not that lady. Just moved back to the hotel.
The hotel. Thanks. Oh, by the way, about the trial, how bad a time do you think they're going to give her?
In this town? For doing what they were all fixing to do?
You think they're going to remember what they were all fixing to do?
They'll remember. I'm here to remind them she'll get a fair trial.
Oh. Evening. Looking pretty dapper. Hey, guess what? What? She's out of jail.
No.
Yeah, she's in the hotel. Just talked to her brothers in the lobby.
Ah.
They want to buy me a drink. They're up the street waiting.
Yeah, well, I really think one of us should go up and say goodbye to her. You know, since we're leaving so early in the morning.
Yeah, but the trouble is, I'm occupied. That's right. They want to buy me a drink, and then I'll have to buy them one, and it may turn out to be a long evening.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. What say I go up there and I'll say goodbye for both of us.
Oh, buddy, I knew you'd see it my way.
Don't miss it.
All right. Well, friend, on our way again?
Yeah, really. The Lord worketh in strange ways, as wonders to perform.
Amen to that, brother.
Morning. Morning.
Morning. What kept you?
More business. I got your $5 back from Miss Baker.
How'd you do that?
Oh, she bet she could kiss me without touching.
She bet you that?
Yeah. A born loser. But an awful good sport.
Oh,